Plaintiff Amy Pratt met the defendant at a garage sale, and they bonded over their dogs. Amy claims the defendant was going through a divorce and having a hard time. And when she was invited to a family reunion, she asked if she could take Amy's husband as her date. Amy's suing her former friend for an unpaid loan. Defendant Dawn Cook admits that after her 22-year marriage ended, she was having an extremely rough time and confided in Amy. Dawn says the only reason she asked Amy's husband to go to the family reunion with her is because she didn't want to go alone. And she does not believe she owes the full amount Amy's suing for.
Start with you.
I had a garage sale back in September, and Dawn came over to the garage sale. She has a dog named Callie, cutest dog you can ever see.
What type?
She's a pit bull.
Oh,
yeah, she's sweet. I have
sweet pit bull. All righty, go ahead.
You have to meet her, and I have Irish Wolfhound. So she's a big dog. So she's so big she can play well with a pit bull. It's a good mix. So anyway, but we hit it off. She was going through a tough time. She had moved into a little. It was like a small log cabin 1 block away from us. So she packed everything up after her divorce. It was pretty much what she had in her car and her dog, and she was renting 1 block away from us. So I gave her a bunch of stuff from my garage sale. Afterwards, I told her whatever she wanted afterwards. I let her come back over. She could have whatever she wanted before I took it to charity. I just wanted to help her out. And so we started hanging out about once a week. We had play dates for our dogs. So we would get together, we would sit in her backyard, have a glass of wine, sit by the fire. And, we would chat. I would talk to her. She would tell me what was going on. I try to kind of, soothe her. She was having a hard time with the divorce. So we watched the dogs play, and that was pretty much that. And that went on for about 6 months. But, during that time, nothing personal, but it was just some crazy things happened. We were at the dog park one day with our dog, and I get a phone call from her like, hey, is there any way I can borrow your husband? And I'm kind of like, wow. Well, I don't know what you mean, but you know what? I'll let you speak to him. So I put him on the phone.
It's a cool wife.
Hey, I'm friendly and all, but you know what? I'm just going to let him talk. So this is my husband, Aaron.
You want to tell me? State your name.
Aaron Pratt.
All right.
Yeah,
what happened?
Like she said, I'd gotten on the phone with Dawn, and she had wanted me to go to a family reunion with her because of her current situation, just to kind of pose as her boyfriend. And we'll lend you a cup of sugar, but not quite like that.
You said as far as you'd go as the cup of sugar.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I just didn't want to go alone.
Oh, why couldn't you go with her? You've been going out with her?
I'd rather go with a male than a female.
Why?
It would make a better impression on the family.
Oh, so you wanted them to think that
I wanted them to think, yes.
You were bringing a man. All right.
Yes.
I didn't say that. Okay. Did you tell her that?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's my friend.
Yeah, why didn't you do it? Harmless.
Honestly, I left it up to him. To be honest, I thought it was a little inappropriate.
Is that a bad idea? Is that a bad deal?
It's a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
Great for you.
I didn't think anything could be more innocent than a family reunion.
But then again, they might get the wrong impression if one of them knows your husband.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Oh, so-and-so husband was here with so-and-so.
Yeah.
Then the rumor spreads all over. All right. You want to tell me anything before we get to the loan? Why don't you tell me the nature of your friendship with her?
As she stated, it started out as just play dates between the dogs. I was having a hard time. Long marriage ended. I had never lived on my own before. This is the first time I have ever lived on my own.
You have children?
My son is 25. My daughter is 21. I moved in with my now former husband when I was 17. Our son was 2 at the time. We got married when I was 18, had my daughter when I was 19. I am now 41, divorced for a year. I've never had to pay a bill in my life. He took care of all of that.
Now, why did you have to leave the house?
He refused to, and I couldn't stay there with him.
Okay, you didn't try and take court action or something?
There was no reason to make him leave. I couldn't make him leave.
So for you to stay there.
According to my lawyer, I couldn't make him leave.
Well, your lawyer was wrong. That's up to the judge.
Since then, I have found that out.
Yeah, that's up to the judge, and most judges give deference to the woman. How did she owe you money, ma'am? Let's get to that. $900 for the loan.
Okay. Around, I don't know the exact date, but basically the very beginning of March, she got her car repossessed. She had been talking about it a little bit beforehand. They didn't know where she moved, but they finally found out where she lived. She did get her car repossessed. And it was tough because I know that she said when she was married, she really didn't have a lot of girlfriends. So I was really trying to be a good friend to her. And so at first I thought, man, I don't want to go over. I know myself. I'll end up doing something I maybe shouldn't get involved in.
So what happened?
So long story short, she asked me for a loan. She said that she owed $1,500. Her ex-husband was going to give her $500. And at first she was like, well, you know what? If I can borrow $1,000, I'll give you $1,400.
How much did you loan her?
I only loaned her $1,000. I said, I don't want any interest.
What was the agreement on repayment?
The repayment was that at the time she was supposed to get a divorce settlement, which she showed me in writing. It was supposed to be $3,600 in cash.
Okay.
And so that was the agreement, that when she got the divorce settlement.
When was that she showed you the agreement?
She showed me that on March 1st.
March of 10?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Ma'am?
I have nothing written in March.
All right. Do you owe her?
Not that much.
How much do you believe you owe?
At that time, yes, I did borrow $1,000 from her. When, I don't remember the date, but since then, she asked me to keep her 3 dogs. When she asked me to keep her dogs, she told me that I did not have to repay her the loan, that her peace of mind in keeping and having a friend watch her dogs whilst they were gone on vacation meant more to her than having the money back.
How many nights did you keep her dogs?
They were gone for 3 days. I went over there 3 times a day.
You think that's worth $1,000?
No, that's why I told her, no, that's not worth that.
Oh, okay, well then you owe.
My point being, I wanted to repay her back. I told her I would send her a check.
So why did you stop wanting?
Every time I got a paycheck.
So why did you stop wanting? You said I wanted to pay her back.
I was going to, and she sued me before I could get a chance to pay her.
Okay, well
she told me the amount of money that I was going to send her out of each one of my paychecks was not enough money.
Well, the good news is you still got a chance.
Good.
$900 for the plaintiff. The only thing that prevented her from paying you is you didn't give her a chance. I'm ordering you to give her a chance. Pay today. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I would have liked to have been friends, and that's her choice to not be friends, but I would have liked to.
I would have liked to have paid her back instead of having her sue me.